How's it, golf fans? Reid Fowler here in the DK Live studios. We're getting ready for the Honda Classic this week on the PGA Tour. Joining us on the line is Brentley Romine, Assistant Editor and writer for GolfWeek.com. How's it going, Brentley?
What's going on, Reid?
Good, good. So we're just going to talk a little bit about what the conditions are like currently. Usually this course at PGA National has a lot of wind. The rough is really thick. How are the greens playing? How are the conditions right now from your guys' team there at GolfWeek?
Well, Reid, you know, as is the case every year, PGA National is one of the toughest par 70s on the entire tour schedule. Wind's definitely going to be a factor. A lot of water hazards, 12, I think. And, you know, the Bermuda rough is about 3 inches. So definitely a tough test. Guys are going to need to keep it in the fairway. The greens are very undulating. There's a lot of spots where if you're on the left side of the green and you're having to putt, you know, all the way to a back right pin location, there's some double breakers. It's going to be very tricky to two putt. So just a lot of factors that are going to make it a really tough test this week.
Yeah, you mentioned the wind. Usually that's right at PGA National. It's the wind and the rain that can really affect these guys, the thickness of the rough. You mentioned some of these guys where they have to play really at their top game, driving the ball in the fairway, right, staying out of the water. You have a top 25 power ranking up on GolfWeek.com. Who do you like most from your list? JT, Ricky, Rory. Who looks good? Who are you in on in that top range?
Yeah, I mean, I want to start by just saying every week I look at certain particular stats that could tell, you know, which guys will do well. And as you said, you know, guys need to keep it in the fairway. They need to hit it tee to green well. So strokes gained tee to green, green and regulation percentage, driving accuracy, bogey avoidance, par 4 scoring. And when I looked at all those numbers, there's one name that really stands out. And it's no surprise, it's the defending champion, Ricky Fowler. You know, he missed the cut in the first 2 trips to this event in 2010 and 2011. But since then, he has a win, which was last year, and 3 other top 13s in 6 starts. So that's very solid. He hasn't played since Phoenix, but he was the 54-hole leader and ended up T11. So he checks the box of course form. He checks the box of current form. And so I like Ricky Fowler this week. He's my #1 guy.
Nice. And he's a Florida resident, right? So it's only a stone's throw away from his house. So a lot of these guys who live in Florida, you think like Oosthuizen can sleep in his own bed, right? He doesn't have to travel with a bed wherever he goes on tour. So kind of going in that same arena in terms of players, a lot of the Euro players or the Euro golfers like Sergio, Keimer, Hatton, these guys are making their U.S. debut. Who do you like from the Euro side?
I'm going to give you 3 names. I'm going to start with Sergio. Obviously, when you think wind, you think ball striker's course. Sergio's one of the top guys on that list. He's making his PGA Tour season debut in February, which is not too surprising considering the year he had last year. But he's won twice on other tours, you know, since this PGA Tour season has started. He's never missed a cut in 7 tries here. And he was also runner-up in 2016. And then the second guy, Tyrrell Hatton, as you may remember, he contended here last year, slipped a little bit in the final round, shot 72, ended up T4, but he's had 10 straight top 20s, and that includes 2 wins, and he was 3rd last time out in Dubai. So Tyrrell Hatton's another guy I like to continue his recent run of success at PGA National. And the 3rd guy is the European Tour leader in greens and regulation. That's Tommy Fleetwood. He hasn't played PGA National before, which is a little risky, a little concerned with that. But, you know, he's 12th in the world for a reason. He's got 6 top 10s, including a win in his last 10 worldwide starts. Pretty straight off the tee. And as I mentioned, he hits a ton of greens. So those 3 guys are probably at the top of my international list with Alex Noren pretty close behind them.